Welcome Poco Traveler viewers. In today's video I want to show how I use my DJI Pocket 2 Creator Combo device to film my videos when I do bicycle rides. So one of my favorite things to do on the channel is I do bicycle rides and I attach this to a chest mount, and it allows me to be completely hands-free but film the entire time as well as narrate while I'm doing it. Now, when I use this setup, I do not go like on true mountain bike BMX type of rides. Like, I'm not riding the bicycle in rough terrain. I'm just on pretty much paved paths or sidewalks the whole time. So it generally is a smooth ride. So the setup that I'm testing, I don't want to make it sound like that it's proven to work on if you're like doing true action things or stunts, because I don't know if the stability of it would hold up in that scenario, although it may be worth trying out. But first things first, of course this video is relevant if you have a device like this, the DJI Pocket 2, specifically the Creator Combo one. If you notice in the bottom of this, there's like a screw hole where you can like screw this into. So you could screw this onto like a tripod. So actually I'm recording this current video with my cell phone, and I have my phone attached to a gimbal, but I have the gimbal attached to a tripod, and I can use that tripod on this as well because it screws into both of them. But as far as the chest mount goes, the thing that I purchased from Amazon was called Chesty Performance Chest Mount, and it's made by GoPro. Now, it's originally meant to hold like a GoPro action camera, like one of those little square things, but I had seen someone else online give this setup like a review and said that it worked well for them, so I tested it out myself and it worked well. Now this retails for about, I'm looking at the price right now on Amazon, about $38.90, so $40 on Amazon roughly, when you factor in taxes and such. And what it's going to come with, it's going to come with the chest mount itself, like this. Now it doesn't come with this whole contraption. It does come with the thumb screw here, and it comes with this clip. But what it doesn't come with is this little circular thing, and this what do they call it? A aluminum metal camera mount. So I bought a 2-pack of these from Amazon. It includes this, and there's also a little, I don't know how well you can see it, but this portion down here that like attaches to the thumb screw, and I'll include a link to this product in my video description so you can click on it yourself and see exactly what I'm talking about. But a 2-pack of that retails for $10 on Amazon. So in total, this whole setup for the mount part, if you already have this, is $50. This is the expensive thing. This one costs like, I think it's going for like $400 or something right now, but this video is mainly meant for people who already own this and are perhaps interested in trying out the chest mount setup. Now the way that I set it up is first, well, one little tidbit too. So I'm not going to show the full assembly, but let me show one thing here in a second. So this is the chest mount, and again, part of this comes in the chest mount thing, and the other part you have to like buy. So I had this set up and I had this, and I was trying to follow the instructions when I first did this, and I was like, it was taking me 20 minutes or so because I was like trying to jam it in here and get it to go on. I was like, why isn't it squeezing in? Like, how the heck is this going to work? And finally I felt dumb because all I needed to do is this little flap that's right here on the GoPro. It's like a little thing. All I have to do is push it, and then that allows these pincers to like bend in, so then you're allowed to slide it right in. So you can see that it's sliding in now. It clips, and then you just do that to secure it. So this part is very secure. Like, I've never had it, I'm tugging on this. There's no risk of that part coming off. My concern when I first did it was, gee, this is a pretty tall thing. Once I attach it to this, it's not like the small GoPro. Is this gonna hold up on the bike ride? So let me show how. I'll just put the chest mount on to simulate. Now granted, like I said, I normally do this on a bike ride. So that's how it goes on. Now I have worn this over, like I'm looking at my winter jacket over there, I've worn this over my winter jacket and done kind of like fall winter rides. I've done it in the summer when I only have a t-shirt on. So really it doesn't matter what type of clothing you have, because these things are very flexible and you can adjust them as well. So now that I have this on, what I do is I usually like to screw this. You don't want to over tighten it, but you want it like have it like where it's no longer screwable. Don't like give an extra tug to it, just leave it there. Then what I do is I take this, I start screwing it on, and then what I do is ultimately what I want is I want the screen to be facing me, meaning I want to be able to look down and see the screen. So I keep twisting until I can't like twist anymore. And like right here I can't twist anymore, and the current position of the camera is over here to the side. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to backtrack until the screen is facing me. So you're not seeing the screen, you're seeing the black part, but I am seeing the screen. That's when there's a little bit of space down here. I take this and I rotate it upward into it's basically rotating upward to press into this. And once I feel them meet, I kind of like tighten as tight as I can against this. And that's it, it's like locked in. Now sometimes it'll be a little bit loose, like when you're riding occasionally you may feel it tug a little bit, but it's really not going to move too much. So then what I do is I power on the camera. So right now you can see like this camera is facing outward in that direction. And anytime I'm doing a bike ride, I don't want, because you can have different modes on the DJI camera, like you can have follow mode. I don't want follow while I'm riding a bike. Tilt locked and FPV. So I don't want first person view either, I want tilt lock. So what I always do is I look down, I put on, make sure it says tilt locked, and then I start riding on my bike. And even though it may look kind of silly because it's like, this thing looks like it's right up to your chin, it's never bumped into my head at all. And I actually kind of like the position of it because my voice is close enough to the microphones where I've never had any audio issues in terms of my narration on the video. And one other thing too, I usually, I don't have this prepared right now, but I usually, or almost always, am wearing like a backpack. And I have my portable battery pack in my backpack. And then I have my charging cable in there. And then what I do is it like reaches around from my backpack and plugs into the front of this camera. And the good thing about that is when it's plugged into the camera, I can go on like a 2-hour bike ride, for example, and not have to worry about the battery draining on this, because even though it has decent battery, if you don't have a portable battery pack plugged into it, you'll drain it like very, pretty quickly. And before you know it, you're going on a bike ride and you'll look down and you'll see like, shoot, I only have 20% battery left. Now one little thing, I don't know if it's because of my cable or my battery pack or if it's just a common thing, I notice every so often when I'm riding, I'll have my battery pack plugged into this and I'll look down, it'll be at 100%, it'll still be there, and all of a sudden after like 20 minutes of riding, I'll look down and I'll notice that it's at 80% and it's indicating that it's not charging anymore. So anytime that happens, I take my cable, just unplug it and plug it right back in, and then it says that it's charging again. So I don't know why I lose a charge every so often, but yeah, overall this setup works great. And primarily like 90% of the videos that I've done with this chest mount have been bike riding related, but theoretically you could also do like a walking video with it. And I did do that once because I did a dog walk. I was walking a dog, and the dog was kind of like a tugger and puller, and especially when it sees other people or other dogs, it like likes to go after them. So I didn't want to be holding this with my hand and trying to like hold the dog thing, dog leash in the other hand, and worry about that. So it was nice to go hands-free for that walk. The disadvantage of going hands-free on a walk, in my opinion, if you're trying to do like a tour, is that I like first-person view because I like the camera to move and be able to go like left and right. When I was doing that walk, the camera was only looking forward, which was okay because it was kind of a trail I was walking on, so by nature you're just pretty much going forward. But anyway, if you are interested in any of these products, I'm going to link to them in the description. And I should make a little disclaimer. The links that I'm providing are technically Amazon affiliate links, so if you decide to purchase it through there, I would get a small commission. But in reality, I've wanted to make this video for a long time because I want to inform others how they can do it. Because when I was first researching this, even though I did eventually find one like short video that pointed me in the right direction, I didn't see a lot of resources that described how to set it up. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments section below. And I will also include some of the bike riding videos that I've done with this in the comments so that you can watch some examples and kind of see the stability of it. Yeah, thanks again for tuning in.